What is the world's worst peacetime maritime disaster? It is not the sinking of the Titanic. It is this ship, the ill-fated Doña Paz, that just 5 days before Christmas in 1987 sailed into infamy with a loss of possibly 4,000 souls, many of them burned alive in this inferno at sea. How can a passenger ferry sailing in calm water end up as Asia's Titanic?
I felt so much sorrow. Those poor people, there were so many who were going to die tonight.
While some passengers were trapped inside the burning ship, hundreds of others near the ship's railings jumped overboard.
I ran back to my daughter Aludia and told her there's a fire. Aludia slumped to the floor and started crying. I told her to be quiet and we were going to jump overboard. It was too late to get a life jacket. There was too much smoke, which was very black.
I could not breathe from the smoke. The smoke was thick, very black. I felt that I would die. I saw Papa getting ready to jump. I held on to his shoulder. He gave me a look that said, "Hang on, we're going to jump."
They did not know that the Doña Paz had collided with an oil tanker carrying a deadly cargo of kerosene, diesel, and gasoline, and that the sea they were jumping into was on fire.
I thought to myself, this is an inferno. A fire in the middle of the sea. We would probably die here.
Military soldier Lutgardo Nieto was also among the first to jump overboard.
It went pshoo. Around a minute after, the ship exploded, right where the engine was. Boom. The fire became huge, followed by an explosion. The sea was on fire. Boom. The Vector also exploded. The oil drums were flying, and they fell and hit the sea. Gasoline and diesel spread in the water. I felt that was it for us. All we did was to swim and swim. Every time we saw the waves that were on fire come our way, we dove deep into the water.
Hundreds of passengers were able to jump overboard, including the trio of Almario Balanay, Generoso Batola, and Morris Apura. They watched the last seconds of the Doña Paz. The waters surrounding the sinking ships were covered with oil, gasoline, and kerosene. They must dive into the ocean to escape the flaming surface and swim their way outside the deadly ring of fire.
The fire was huge. The flames grew to almost a kilometer wide. As the wind blew, the flames grew